In this video, I'll show you exactly how to use Granola AI step by step. Granola transcribes your meetings and uses AI to create organized summaries, action items, and follow-up emails. If you currently do any of that manually, Granola can help you save a lot of time. You can also jot down your own notes during the meeting, and Granola incorporates them into the AI-generated summary. It works with major meeting platforms like Zoom, Google Meet, and Microsoft Teams, and you could also use it for in-person meetings with your phone or your watch. Granola sponsored this video, and you can use the core functionality for free. I'm Kevin, and let's dive in. To get started, head to the following website. You'll find the link right here at the bottom of the screen. On the homepage, click Download for free. Again, Granola is completely free to start using. Once you finish downloading, run through the install process. The first time you launch it, you'll be prompted to sign in with your Google or Microsoft account, or your organization's single sign-on if your company uses one. I'll use my Gmail account for this. Once you've signed in, Granola automatically syncs the calendar associated with your account. Here, I can already see my upcoming meetings. It's amazing how the calendar always seems to fill up. My next meeting is a launch planning meeting for our new double chocolate chip cookie for my small business, the Kevin Cookie Company. So let's go ahead and open that. The meeting hasn't started yet, but I want to make sure we cover a few key items. Now, first off, we need to finalize the recipe, and we also need to decide on a launch date. Now, believe it or not, we're still debating whether each cookie should have 12 chocolate chips. After extensive testing, I've determined that's the optimal number for the best flavor. So I'll add that to my notes so I don't forget to bring it up during the meeting. Right up in the top left, let's head back to the home screen. Now, let's just wait for the meeting to begin. And it looks like the meeting is now kicking off. Over here, I'll click on the meeting, and at the bottom, I could join with Google Meet. Again, Granola works with major meeting platforms like Google Meet, Zoom, and Microsoft Teams. It simply captures the audio from your meeting, so there's no meeting bot that has to join your call. Over here, let's join in. Hey, Elizabeth, thanks for joining today.
Hey, Kevin.
During the meeting, you'll see your meeting window on the left and your notes over on the right. At the bottom, you'll notice these moving green bars. This lets you know Granola is hearing the conversation. If you ever want to temporarily stop transcribing, simply click stop and then resume when you're ready. As the meeting progresses, I'll jot down a few notes. I don't need to capture every detail because Granola is already transcribing the meeting for me. If you'd like to see what's being captured, simply click on the green audio indicator to open the live transcript. You can also ask Granola questions while the meeting is happening. For example, if I ask, how many chocolate chips did we agree on? It'll summarize the discussion up to this point. If I type a /, Granola shows built-in prompts or recipes for common meeting tasks. For example, there's what did I miss if you joined a meeting late? Make me sound smart? I could definitely use that one, and many more. Instead of writing the same prompts over and over again, you could simply choose one from the list. Let's jump ahead to the end of the meeting. Once the meeting's over, you can still review the full transcript at any time, right down here in the bottom left, by clicking on the Show Transcript button. There, we see the entire conversation. Now, the transcript is really helpful, but here's one of my favorite features. If we go all the way up to the top, we have what's called enhanced notes. Granola uses AI to review the entire conversation and transcript, and it also transforms my notes into a polished meeting summary. Now, right here, we can see that we finalized on 12 chocolate chips in the cookies. We decided on adding sea salt, and right down here, we landed on September 15th as our launch date. I've got to say, this has been one productive meeting. 3 decisions in under 30 minutes? That's got to be some type of company record. You'll also notice that some of the text here is black, and some of the text is gray. The black text is what I wrote before the meeting, and here the gray text is everything Granola generated from the conversation. Instead of replacing my notes, it builds on them. Granola also labels who said what throughout the meeting. Right here under responsibilities, I can see what Elizabeth signed up for, and here I can see what I signed up for. If I want more context about something, here I could simply hover over, and on the right-hand side, I'll click on the magnifying glass, and here I could see a transcript summary of the relevant part of the conversation. If I want to make any edits to these notes, here I could click in and type in my changes. Now, once I'm happy with everything, I could simply copy all of these notes, or in the top right-hand corner, I can click on share, or I could copy a link, and then I could send that directly to Elizabeth. Now, overall, I think everything here looks good. So in the top left-hand corner, let's go back home. Back here on the home page, at the bottom, I can see all of my completed meetings and all of the associated notes. If I click on any one of those meetings, here I get back to the notes. Let's now go back home again. As you have more and more meetings, it really becomes hard to remember where a particular decision was made. Let's see how we could find that information. Over on the left-hand side, let's expand the sidebar. And right here at the top, there's a search box where I can search across all of my meeting notes. Here, as an example, if I type in chocolate chip, here it immediately finds a meeting where we finalized the recipe. And there I can see that we landed on 12 chocolate chips. Let's exit out of the search. Now, over on the left-hand side, you can also click on the chat icon and you can ask questions across all of your meetings. For example, I'll ask, how many chocolate chips did we decide to use in our double chocolate chip cookie? And right over here, let's send that. There it is, 12 chocolate chips. I think this becomes even more valuable over time. As you continue using Granola, all of your meetings become searchable. Instead of trying to remember when something was discussed, you can simply search or ask a question and quickly get back to the information that you need. So far, we've focused on scheduled meetings, but not every important conversation makes it onto your calendar. If you click on New Note in the top right-hand corner, you can capture ad hoc conversations just as easily. Right up on top, you can give your note a title, and here Granola will transcribe the conversation while you jot down a few notes. You can even install Granola on your phone, making it easy to capture in-person meetings when you're away from your computer. Granola is also available on Apple Watch, making it even easier to capture ideas when you're on the go. Just like before, you can enhance your notes with AI, ask questions about the conversation, and share everything afterward. There you go. That's how to use Granola. If you'd like to get started for free, I've put a link right down below in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.